Hey everybody, it is late at night and I am Norman. It's time for a little bit of storytelling because I just learned something very interesting. So let us begin. So the other weekend, my wife and I decided to go out to the big city, my favorite city of course, so that we could do a bit of shopping and have some dinner at our favorite restaurant there at the mall downtown, which means that I'd be able to stop in at the Bend Bridge there and check to see if I truly am on the list for an Oyster Perpetual Black Dial 36mm. After doing a bit of shopping and eating and buying some glassware, we swung by the jewelers and I wandered through, looking in their cases. They had the usual pieces there, some Tussauds, PRXs of course. I think there were some IWCs in there maybe. The Cartier section this time around was not particularly strong. They didn't have any Tank Americains, which is sad. I don't know if they even had any Santos pieces there. It was pretty much just ladies' watches this time around and some of their round pieces. What is it, the Cartier balloon? Some of those were in men's sizes, but usually there's a more varied selection in their Cartier display case, but that's fine. So I wandered around some of the other cases and I did see a Tudor Black Bay 36mm, and I'm kicking myself because I didn't try one on, especially after what happened. So I was hovering around the Rolex display cases for a little bit, waiting for an associate to come over. After a couple minutes, a salesman approached me, and I'm not sure if he was one of the more senior salesmen or maybe even a manager. He kind of gave off an authoritative vibe, like he was someone in authority in the store, but I could be wrong. I do know that he said that he's been selling watches and jewelry for 18 years, so he's not a newbie to all of this. And I told him that about a half a year or more ago, I had come in and requested to be put on the wait list for a 36mm OP. And I just wanted to check to make sure that I'm actually on that list. I told him that I wasn't expecting to get a call anytime soon, but just wanted to make sure that I was truly on the list. And he asked me who had helped me, and I had no idea. I don't even recall what the person looked like. I wasn't paying attention to the salesperson at all. I was more interested in looking at the watch, seeing what it looked like on my wrist, and getting myself on the list. So, yeah, I couldn't even tell you what the person looked like. I don't even recall if it was a male or a female, actually. It truly could have been either. I did not pay any attention whatsoever to the salesperson. That's a problem. I don't know if this is the case with other ADs, but at least at this place, your list is tied to a particular salesperson. And apparently this guy didn't feel like asking around or helping in any way, shape, or form. And honestly, when I was put on that list, I really had zero expectation that I would ever get a call. So while I would like to purchase an OP and I would actually wear it and love it and think it would be worth all the hard work of scraping and saving and whatnot, I'm actually not that tied to it because going in, I just assumed I would just never get one. So I'm not terribly heartbroken or freaking out or stressing out about this whole list thing, but it's a good thing to know that if you do get on a list for a watch, at least a Rolex, I'm not sure about others, you probably ought to get a business card from the salesperson or at least remember what they look like so that when you come in to check on the status or whatever, if it's tied to a salesperson, you'll know who to talk to. And since this guy clearly wasn't really in the mood to put forth any kind of effort, and I get it, there's hundreds of people on these wait lists. He said that he hasn't seen an OP in like 3 months, so they don't care. They have a list of people. The demand is so crazy compared to the supplies that, yeah, whatever. So my plan was to either, one, just kind of give up on the whole venture. But before I do that, I think I might call in and kind of play dumb and ask to see if I could check that I'm on a list. And if they ask who I work with, tell them I don't know, but maybe they can ask around the different sales associates and give them my name, see if my name is on one of their lists. We'll see if that works, but whatever. However, when I got home after this whole adventure, I was really irritated that I didn't try on the 36mm Tudor, because it's not as dressy as the Oyster Perpetual, but it's really affordable, and it's the right size. What if I actually really liked that watch on the wrist? That could have been a potential future purchase. So at some point I might try one of those on, see what I think, but I do own the Armida, so maybe not. It's closer to a dive watch, but... So yeah, who knows? Who knows? So at this point I only sort of have a goal watch. Yeah. So definitely pay attention to the salesperson if you get put on a list. Ask them for a card. That way you can check in on the status, make sure you're on the list. That's so crazy. I had no idea that lists were tied to specific salespersons. Weird. Thanks for watching.